So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. And last time I sort of did a makeup routine tutorial sort of video, but this time I kind of want to do that, but a little bit more chatty and personal. So it'll be kind of like a FaceTime call, I hope. But anyway, today I'm going to be sort of doing my makeup. And this makeup is the makeup that I wear when I'm filming a video, and the makeup that you see in all my videos pretty much is pretty much only exclusive to filming. So when I'm sort of out and about in daily life, I don't really wear too much makeup. It's pretty much only for filming. So yeah, but anyway, this is me pretty much any time that I'm not filming. Sometimes I'll usually go out with some lipstick or something, or sometimes I'll add like some dark eyeshadow, just a little bit, to sort of bring my eyes out a little bit more. But this is my face right now. Yeah, kind of looks like a tofu, but yeah. Okay, so let's get right into the video. So before I start putting on any actual color on my face, I will conceal some spots that need it. I find that if I have any sort of redness or a pimple or whatever, it'll amplify a lot more when I'm filming, so it's really important that I cover that up. This is the concealer I use. It's the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer, and this is in the shade 010 Fair Pale. And I think my skin looks pretty okay right now. I did just finish getting over a pretty bad pimple, so I'm very, very happy that it is gone. But yeah, I don't think I'll be needing to use this right now, but you know, if I would have a fairly conspicuous pimple or anything, then I will cover it up using this. So yeah. So once I've done that, I will move on to eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, I mainly just use this color from the Romand Better Than palette, #1 Pampas Garden, and that is the shade Mood Brown. And this just sort of makes my eyes stand out a little bit more on the camera. It's another thing, I film with my phone, and I think it might have something to do with the camera quality or just the not so flattering lighting in my room, but I look pretty washed out on camera, so I have to sort of accentuate my features more just to, you know, make myself look more presentable. As you can see, I dropped this palette and it's kind of broken there, so that's why it's kind of sliding up like that. So to apply the eyeshadow, I use this MAC eyeshadow brush, and it is #223. As you can see, it's kind of got a round tip and is pretty small. So I just sort of put a little bit onto the tip of the brush like that, and then I will sort of get right there. And I don't know if you can tell if it makes a huge difference, but So it's just a little bit of color right here and right here. And I think it makes a tiny bit of difference. But I guess the camera quality isn't picking it up that great. But yeah, let's put that there. I think I'm gonna grab my mirror real quick actually, because I haven't done one of these in a while, so I forgot that applying makeup in front of using this camera is actually pretty hard, so I'm just gonna go grab that really quick. So here's my mirror, and I forgot where I got this from. I think it was London Drugs. But this mirror is pretty cool because it's got LED lights. You can see that. I'm not gonna flip it around or anything because you can probably just see my whole room, and my room is kind of a mess right now, so I don't want you to see it. But yeah, I think that was the right amount of eyeshadow to apply, so I'm gonna move on to sort of the next thing after that. And I'm gonna be using this Maybelline, it's not Maybelline, it's L'Oreal Infallible Never Fail eyeliner in the shade Black Brown. And this sort of just does the same purpose as the eyeshadow, but it sort of makes it a little bit more evident. So I just apply a little bit. Just like that. Nothing too crazy. When I was in high school, I used to do the winged liner, but I sort of grew out of that, so now it's just, I don't know what you call it, a stub, I guess, a stub of a liner at the tips of my eyes. But yeah, my makeup style has definitely changed a lot over time. I went through a phase. I was a huge fan of Biba Doobie at the time, and I was trying to copy her signature makeup style with this sort of darker eyeliner and the waterline. But I was really scared of applying makeup to my waterline because I was afraid I was gonna poke myself in the eye. So instead, I applied it just right underneath the lash line, which probably was the reason why I eventually looked. People used to call me emo in high school because of that makeup style, and it made my eyeliner or my eyes pretty heavy and dark and I guess intimidating in a way. And I will admit that even though I thought it was the best thing ever at the time, I don't think it really suited my face that much, especially when I sort of paired it off with a false lash. I don't know, I don't think it was the vibe for me, but it was very helpful at keeping away all of the annoying people at my school because they were a little bit intimidated by my makeup, I guess. So yeah. But anyway, I'm going back with this eyeshadow palette and for filming, and I used to do this sort of on a daily basis, but I don't really do it anymore. So it's just sort of a filming only thing, but I'm gonna take some of the glitter in this sort of section right here and apply it underneath my eyes, and this just sort of makes it pop out. It sort of makes me look more, even more youthful, I guess. In Korea, they call the fat underneath the eyes aegyeosal, I think, and I learned it from K-pop actually. that they sort of enhance it. I don't think I do it exactly in the way that the makeup artists in Korea do. This is just sort of my own way, but it is called aegyo, and you can't really tell too much on camera, but the under eye part of my eyes is actually pretty prominent, especially when I smile. I don't know if you can see that, but it sort of puffs out a little bit. Oh, and I'm taking this, this is a flower, I think. No, this is, the Pyramid palette by Flower. I just apply that sort of closer to, what's it called? Like this, the corner of my eye, I guess. And you could probably see the difference between this one and this one. Like, this looks very, very bright, you know? What do you think? I think my eyes look pretty big now. Just gonna blend this out a little bit. Okay, so next, I'm gonna apply just a little bit of mascara. And the way that I like to do my mascara lately has just been to apply it and not to curl it. I used to curl my lashes, but I honestly think that I like them just sort of, you know, as they are. I don't mind my flat Asian eyelashes, it's fine. You know how I heard that it's some kind of like a special ability if you're able to keep your mouth just still while applying mascara, but I tend to go like that, or just sort of keep it open. I don't think I told you guys what kind of mascara this is. Hold on. After I finish. That's pretty cute. This is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, and this is kind of cool because it's got studs right here, and then a little pointed top like that. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it for eyes. So now I move on to the blush. Normally when I'm going out, I'll apply a little bit of blush, but when I'm filming, I tend to go all out with the blush. I don't know if you can tell when you watch my videos, but the blush is just very important to part of my sort of look that I do for filming. So I use the Benefit Chocolicious Cheeks palette, and this is a mini bronzer and blush palette, and I got this for Christmas last year. And this is actually still relatively new. I don't think I didn't even unpeel the sort of protective wrap on the mirror yet. But I use this one, Cherry. Cherry is for filming, and then Lilla is for just out doing my own thing in life. So I'm gonna put this on my cheeks. And Cherry is pretty, you can already see the huge difference that gives. and my face is like, the flush is crazy. I just put that right there. And sometimes I'll, brush it on my chin, on my nose. That nice flush. It's very sort of doll-like, I think. And then sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit fancy, I will sort of highlight my nose just a little bit. Sort of highlight down the bridge. I have a pretty flat nose, like very sort of Asian looking nose, I think. So I like to sort of accentuate this part just a little bit because I literally don't have a nose bridge. I think that was a little too much. Gotta blend it out. Blend. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then lastly, I will do my lips. By the way, I used the flower palette that I used for this part of my eye to do the highlight. It's very practical because it's like eyeshadow and highlight, so you can sort of do multiple things with it. So for lips, I am going to use this lip liner by NYX. This is the retractable lip liner in the shade MPL 12 Dark Red. And I recently replaced my other lip liner because I broke it tragically, so I use this one instead. But if I'm just sort of, going out, I will usually do my lips. So I just outlined the top, and I know that looks a little weird, but it won't be fixed. I used to sort of overline my lips. I naturally have a bit of a cupid's bow right here. So I'm just trying to, I guess, embrace that more because I used to overline it. So I kind of wanna, I guess, stick to what's been given to me at birth. So I'm gonna use this lipstick, and I'm definitely more of a lipstick person than lip gloss. I kind of like the matte look more, and lipstick lasts longer, which is really great. But as I was saying earlier, if I'm going out, I'll just sort of do my lips at the minimum, because I do kind of like the shape of my lips, and I have a sort of bigger nose, and then the middle part of my face is, I don't know how to say, like, it's a little longer. I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot of not a lot of depth right here. So I try to sort of combat that by doing my lips and making my lips stand out. So I hope that instead of sort of seeing how my nose is a little on the bigger side, you will see my pretty lips. But yeah, this is pretty much it for the finished look. I do really like this look. I think that it's very pretty and it does sort of suit my face. but I very much enjoy the liberty of just sort of touching my face, and sometimes my eyes itchy, I'll sort of itch my eye and, you know, won't have to worry about makeup or anything. But yeah, every time I'm filming, I do like doing this because it feels very fancy. I guess I kind of want to show you the jewelry that I have on just for a little bit. You probably saw the sun necklace that I showed you in my jewelry collection video, and I went out with a friend the other day and we went to this restaurant called Joey, which is one of my favorite restaurants ever. I always get their pasta there and it is so good. But anyway, we went to the restaurant and the waitress told me that she liked my necklace, which was really nice of her. I really like that. I like when people sort of notice my outfits and stuff. It's always nice to get compliments on those sort of things. And I do like to play a lot with style. I like to try different things. But yeah. Anyway, that is it for this sort of get ready with me and how I look more presentable for the camera. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any makeup tips or whatever. I'm not really that good with makeup. I just sort of do whatever I know how to do. But yeah, thank you very much for watching.